Hi, third grade orcas. I started to think as I'm sitting around the fire this week in our campfire. Started to think back on all of the work we've done so far in the past couple weeks, really thinking about some of the characters that we've met. Now, some of my best thinking and some of my most memorable thoughts have come around this campfire when I was growing up. My family and I would talk and laugh and tell stories just of funny stories about what would happen in our family, or even sometimes sad or exciting stories. So a campfire always reminds me of a really good story. And that's why I thought it was the perfect time to come together, just like you would around a campfire, and talk about the good stories we've read so far in the past few weeks. So, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking of all the authors that we know of and how when they're going through the writing process and as they're publishing their really good book, they think of all the things that we might think of as we're reading. They think, oh man, when this child or this person reads this book, they are going to totally imagine this character exactly this way, and they're going to feel this way, and they're going to think this way as they're reading. But sometimes as a reader, we have different thoughts. We may read the story, maybe you and a friend read the same story, and you read the author's words differently. That's because you have your own opinion of what's happening in the story too. That's what makes reading so great, is the author can think of a really exciting story, and you may read it and think of it completely differently and make it your own. That's one of the reasons I love reading. So as I'm thinking back on this past couple weeks, especially going into fairy tales and villains, I really started to think back, especially around this campfire, what it was like to be a princess versus a prince, and how our authors on purpose set up certain things about a princess and a prince. So really quickly, think back just before we continue. What do you know about a princess and a prince? What makes them a princess and what makes someone a prince? Well, I started thinking to myself, we always have this princess who has this wish about something that she wants because something horrible has happened. There's always people that come and try to help her as things get worse. And of course, throughout the whole time, there's this shining prince who's going to come and make it all better. But, why? Why? Why is there always a princess who has to be saved and a prince who makes it all better? Are those things having to happen with a prince and a princess? Are they a must-have? So, here's the question for today, as we're sitting around the campfire. What makes a prince and a princess? Answer that question on the Padlet to the right.